Hey guys, what's up? It is me, Umbra, with I'm doing the tease again. I got these cool little Final Fantasy 16 statues. I want to show some of them off. I'm gonna show them off better in another video, but yeah, I may or may not have gotten pretty lucky over the week with the lottery. Who's that cute little dragon? Anyway. I'm gonna find a way to put Final Fantasy 16 into every one of these videos. But first, before we continue with what we're going to be talking about today, I'm finally done. All of the Final Fantasy V characters have been raised to 99, all the trust masteries, and dear goodness, do I actually have... I don't think I have enough to be able to really upgrade Lena, can I? Oh wait, yeah. No, I wonder how many orbs I have. But, oh shoot, that's not what we're here to talk about today. We're here to get caught up on something that I have been behind on for a little bit, which is to do with, well, just this, as a matter of fact. Doing reviews about characters, and I figured I'd start today with a little bit of a win news before we started off with our first character, Oldoa. And yes, boy, Oldoa, a character that I've had an interesting path with because I'm not super big fan of her, but some people are adamant. So I'm going to try and say nice things about her. So let's take a look at what she ended up getting and whether or not it's super worthy of a UR horn for people who are not fans of her, or just, maybe short on reason. HP of 15%, AoE of 15, and her AP skill is the one to get improved. Taking a look here, it is flash resistance is the same, single target resistance for 3 turns, 165, and the AP modifier. Basically a 40 difference across the 2 units. Overall, I don't think Oldoa is particularly relevant in this meta, and one of Wynn's biggest strong suits, not even talking about just the best unit, is the fact that it has one of the best spear units in the game, which spear has not been particularly well supported this entire year, but it's still kind of a blind spot. So just switching that over to necessarily being just more slash, which is less exciting. I mean, there is some interesting potential application if you're trying to do more single target damage, but honestly, it feels like a mixed bag here and not particularly strong in either direction. Well, apparently trying to get my window into place. So Oldoa, me personally, I'd say it's a general pass except for fans. Next up, we'll jump into another wind unit. Since we're here, let's talk about Varush, who, as you can see, I don't hold any ill will against him. He doesn't hold any ill will against me, as I almost have 600 shards of this guy, but this is a character that I have not spent a lot of time. Slash resistance of 10, magic resistance of 10, slash attack resistance penetration of 20. Looking at that with this, where we have magic resistance and magic attack and decrease AP consumption removed after 2 hits. I don't dislike Varush for any reason. I think he's cool design and everything like that. Boy, what skill did he end up getting? This skill, which is his HP barrier, which stays the same. 100% chance for regen. Okay. Increase slash attack resistance penetration, and increase elemental chain resistance, 80 if he has regen. There isn't really much that counters regen right now, so there's a fair amount here, and I actually kind of like it because it's just on an everything bagel skill. I mean, HP reduces HP damage taken, you're getting healing potentially if you need it, upping his offensive capabilities. and now also giving him a fair amount of resistance against multiple elements. Now it is elemental chain resistance, not necessarily since a single hit, but I like this. I like this more than Oldoa, and take that for what you will, but definitely like for Rush at the end of the day more than other characters. All right, switching over from one element to another, to a character that some of my guild mates have called Sausage Hair, Luell. And taking a look at Luell here, I mean, she's gotten extra earth attack through her master ability and extra resistance, and now she's getting agility of 10% and single target resistance, which agility, yeah, I'm always happy to see agility on a unit. Those are just really strong usually. And here we're getting increased earth attack by 40, evocation gauge, we're getting single target resistance, lightning resistance, and dark resistance. I'm not going to say, I'm going to say right now, dark resistance is pretty good because dark is still a popular element to go up against. The evocation gauge is kind of interesting, providing that you have a particular Esper in mind, and she does support multiple earth elements, characters with this ability too. So I actually think Luell is kind of interesting for multiple reasons. I'm not going to say that this is the best ever, but hunting lightning units or dark units, Luell is a strong consideration for having a purpose in that, and sometimes that's enough depending on what the meta is like. And with Bridal Alaya being around a lot lately, sure. All right, skipping the next, trying to find the next one in my account because I don't have this character. The evadey attacky character is getting slash attack resistance, penetration, and single target resistance, as well as an upgrade. Taking a look, this one, auto revive, which has plenty of cancellation nowadays. If you have re-raise, then you also get decrease AP consumption by 33%. And another ability, I don't know, Zazen's never been a popular character for me, and I don't know. I feel like Luell might be better because she seems to have a general overall better purpose and function. I don't know if you would, this character, maybe you want to run with King Bradley just because it's same damage type, but I don't know. I feel like this character is just too old, and particularly, not even thinking about global for a second, just JP, 3,000 UR medals is probably a ton of better ways to spend it than on this character, which is way more difficult to raise on JP than it is on global, and for that reason, I'm just going to say I'm out. Now, unfortunately, I guess I missed a wind character, and shame. For shame. So let's jump back to wind before we're going to go over to dark, and let's talk about this character, Cowl. As for Cowl, or Corewell, I guess, missile attack by 25, missile attack resistance penetration 20, and we're looking at more defense penetration and more critical damage. Already painting him as just being a DP. Now, job level 25 gets increased, single target resistance down at 100% hit chance, decreases evasion rate and critical evasion, which is all good stuff, and it doesn't have height issues. But Corewell just needs a limit. Just give Corewell a limit. This guy doesn't have one, and he absolutely should. Until then, this is a pass on this review because justice for Corewell. All right, and so I think we're coming to the end here. We have 3 dark units, starting with Dwayne. I don't know why I want to always call Dwayne, but there you go. Slash attack resistance of 20, single target resistance of 15, and goodness, what did he end up getting? Okay, his job level 25, decreased slash resistance, 100% hit chance, increased chance of being targeted, maybe as a soft tank, but on JP there's a much better tank and much better options already for dark. So yeah, this character, for people who love him, sure, he's better than he was before. but for me personally, no, don't think he's worth the read. And so that brings us to Lemire. And boy, I just kind of abandoned this character a long time ago, despite I like everything about her. I like her design, I like her kit in general, but only so many resources you gotta choose, right? So healing power plus 15, defense plus 15, definitely pushing her more towards the support skill. And job level 25, so the haste ability, also giving defense and decrease of chance of being targeted if haste is active. I think it's fine. I just think Dark is very, very competitive, and this would need to bring something really strong to the table. And honestly, if you were looking for a healer and support, I think Lena's kind of better because she has re-raise, and even then that feels shaky because there's so much re-raise cancel nowadays. I'm going to say generally specific, if you have a specific use case, probably okay, but other than that, mostly just for people who really like it. And I think we're on to our last one, Leela. All right. And yeah, just moving through these at breakneck pace today. Attack, luck, AoE resistance, and healing power, all things that you had before. More slash and strike resistance with acquired AP of 30%, which is fine. I have no issue with any of that. Her job level 25 becomes a select 2, dispel protect, and decrease healing power by 70. Honestly, this is the one that I probably like the most of all of them, because this unit is still in use. Select 2 abilities are some of my favorite things right now. Super hot. And Dispel Protect is kind of a unique thing, but Protect is showing up more on newer units. So there's kind of a reason why you would want to build this unit. Now, only if Protect units become super everywhere, because the range on this thing is really short and she kind of needs to get there, not die, and be able to use this before you really get too much out of it. But out of all of them, this is the one I probably like the most, just because it feels like it has real applicative properties where this could be generally good, both in its element and on its own. So yeah, at the end of the day, I think that is basically everything that we have to talk about. All of these units have been discussed. I guess summary at the end here. Most feel fine, I think. The only ones that I'm not super crazy about are Oldoa, Zazin, and Zazin more from a JP perspective than a global perspective. Dwayne are all ones that I feel are not super great. Corewell, I refuse until he gets his limit burst because he deserves one. Luell, Rush, and Lemire, I actually think are interesting in their elements, but up to you whether you really want them or not. And Leela's the strongest of the recommendations, but even then, if you already have a full meta Dark team, this is probably wait and see until Protect becomes a problem, and then you can probably invest more. Just being careful with resources feels like the moral story of this patch. All right, I think that's pretty much everything for this video. There is one more thing that we can talk about. I need to get out to the main menu. And that's talking about the producer live letter. And the only reason I'm talking about this is because obviously in this we are talking about batches of characters. And interestingly, there's only one batch this month. This one right here in the second week. Now that could mean that the fourth week is going to be a collaboration. An old collaboration that's still needing its 140s. So we're looking at, hold on, this is the, I'm looking at, I actually think I pulled up the, oh, those are master quests too. Oh, Oh, sorry. All right. So Master Quest 2 or the, Master Ability 2s or whatever. Schnack, Liberca, the SSR, Queen Mastery, and Revolutionary Flag Bearer Glassy are all getting their Master Ability 2s, which are quite a strong group of them already. So I'm curious to see how this ends up being. Schnack maybe is going to be the mistake of the bunch. We'll see. But yeah, there is no other dream enhancements, it looks like, for the time being. And that could mean that there's going to be a collaboration this month that's going to get upgraded, but don't quote me on that. That's just a guess. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Take care and see you later.